A hearty welcome to all the listeners of the IMA podcast. I am CA Pooja Sharma, and today we have with us someone who is a dynamic mix of a marathon runner and a marketing expert. She lives her life by the mantra never give up. She is none other than Mahasweta Ghosh, who has come to Indore for the Indore Management Association second Women Leadership Conclave being organized on the 30th of October. Ma'am, we are thrilled to have you here today.
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Pleasure being here.
Let me start with saying that you have a lovely smile and the session is just amazing. I can tell my viewers that people were just not ready to leave her today. I had to grab and just get her for the podcast. So ma'am, and all of us, we are totally awed by the physical transformation journey you had. You were once weighing up around 78 kgs. So how did that happen? Can you explain a little bit?
So I went through a freak accident, I might say, and I fell down and I dislocated my spine. And I was bedridden for 6 months with absolutely demented life. And then I had to go through a massive spine surgery, and in the process, what happened was I gained just humongous amount of weight. That's why 78 kgs in the pictures you saw in the session. Apart from the physical gain, I think I gained a lot, not just the weight, but I think I also kind of went through a lot of struggle to deal with that whole sudden change. I was still young. I didn't know how to deal with it. So was quite a, a downward journey of my life that started very early on in my life.
So how come marathon running? Because I think you were into a full-time tech marketing job as well.
Yes.
So how did that happen?
So as part of my transition from being excessively overweight to being, getting healthy rather, because what happened with the weight gain is I got many other physical complications like PCOD, for example. I was almost getting depressed with myself. I didn't know what to do. I had gastric problems. I was in and out of the doctor every other day. So in that attempt to get healthy and well, I started with weight loss, and then I continued my weight loss journey by going to the gym. And then I think in 2012, a friend of mine, he's a runner and he's the reason why I started running. He told me you should start running, and I was completely just against this whole concept saying, who runs? Why should you run? And, I go to the gym, I'm very happy about it. And then he said, no, you should give it a try. Just try one time. Well, if you don't like it, don't do it. I said, yeah, fair point. It's not fair to just not try anything and just say no on face value. So okay, I need to sign up. And then I just signed up for my first 11, which was a half marathon, 21.1. And then I started, once I registered, I started training for it. So, and when I finished the run, I came second, podium finish. So that itself would be motivation. Wow. So I said, yeah, okay, this isn't bad. Maybe I can try next year. And then next year, it's been 11 years now, thanks to running. So that's how it happened.
So that means it's a fair say that you're known by the friends you keep.
Absolutely, yes. I insist.
Yeah. And ma'am, mental health is equally important. And so what mental strategies do you have to keep yourself motivated, especially during long distance run?
So I will break that into two parts. One is that how do I keep myself motivated, and then how do I do the long distances? That's it pretty, because I think they're two different things, but they feed into each other. So the first thing is about motivation is that, when you do, people think of motivation as big ticket items, like saying, when I finish 21K, I will be motivated, and then you never get to the 21K. But alternatively, if you break out saying, okay, if I run, say, 30 days daily, I will be motivated. So for me, when I'm able to go out and do my training every single day in the morning, and then I have a full house to manage, as you say, I have a corporate job, then I get to job, I have a successful, good job, or day at work. That's my motivation to go on and do that again and again and again and again. So I think that's my motivation to be living this life, and I emphasize to say that this is how it's my lifestyle. It's no longer like an activity or a hobby or any of that stuff. It's like you eat, you sleep, you socializing, you praying, whatever. So it's part of my life more. Now on long runs, I think I go through many cycles. Some days I'm really thinking about work. when I have to like address something or I have to like really, there's something going on at work. So a lot of times discuss that. A lot of times I'm probably having conversations with people who I want to say something, but I won't really say it. So I'm having those conversations in my mind. Some days I'm just very happy and looking around and because you run in the same place every day, so there's not always many things to look around except cows and dogs and cats and rats.
Yeah.
But on a rainy day, I do find myself like really admiring, how rainy it is and how needy it is. And if you go out and run in newer places, newer cities, then you of course get a lot of chance to see what's in the ground. Yeah. But I don't have a trick to do, how I keep myself motivating. I think because I love the sport so much that itself is motivation to be able to do itself just keeps me going every single day.
So if like from this we can get is if you're following your passion, then there's not so much motivation required.
Yeah, I mean, see, it just feeds into each other. You cannot keep outside it. Like if you have passion, then you automatically will do it, and once you do it, you will get motivated.
Right.
So it's like a cycle. It's not like now the only thing I tell people is that don't say no without trying.
Right.
You might just end up liking it. So just give yourself some time, try it, and once I assure you that even if you try for a little while, you will find something that will stick to you. I didn't like running. 11 years ago, somebody told me running. And running 256 kilometers every day, I got to mind,
So people like us, it's listening to her has been a really motivating journey. I think half of the women are going to be running marathons from tomorrow.
Yeah, so I think it's important that you.
I think now it's important that you share some of the weak moments also from your marathons. Like you must be having some.
Yeah, absolutely.
And stories behind them also.
Yeah, I think I will tell about the run in Sara Morocco, and I think my weakest, the lowest moment was this is a 6-stage run, right? So every stage you have to qualify, then you go to the next stage. And the 5th stage is actually, as they call it, a long day, which is a 90 kilometer, and you have to finish in 36 hours. So I thought I will start and I will finish one shot. So I kind of walked for like 23 hours non-stop to finish the 90 kilometer and reach the base camp. Now, when I reached there, so first is the night when I was running. I ran out of food and I was hungry, and the only thing I remember was how much I have fought with my father when it came to food. He would always say, eat this, eat that, and I'm like, no, this is not good for me, I can't eat this, I only eat salad, I eat white chicken, blah, blah. And I just remember, I literally was teary eyes remembering, so all those times I fought with your dad, this is the payback time. And then, through the night, when you're running in the desert, it's absolutely a pin drop silence. You can hear yourself breathe. And I generally don't run with music. Then there was nothing to chart. So we weren't really having any music and all. I just needed a bit of music on 4. I just played then whatever 10 songs for like 7-8 hours, just so you don't want to hear yourself breathing. It was scary. So I must say that when I set out for MPS and I left, I was scared. I was very, very scared. Scared at multiple aspects of what if I don't finish, what will happen at the time when I have to run. There are many other things. It literally felt like, you're leaving behind your whole life and you're going into something new. So I must say that I was extremely scared. The other thing is that as people may like to believe or not believe, before all my races, especially, I'm always anxious. So I actually go quiet. I just stay very, very focused and calm, and I do meditation and everything else. Unlike when people think that, it happens for you to amateurs, it happens to everybody. So I do get like pretty anxious before my races, but I just focus on not giving attention to the anxiety, focusing on my race.
So how do you manage your racing and trainings, competitions with other aspects of your life, like family and job? How do you manage it?
So I'll give you a strategic answer, and then I'll tell you the tactical way as well. So the strategic answer is that I prioritize. Like if you tell me that I have to go to someone's party to be awake at 11 o'clock, and versus if I have another to go out at 4 o'clock, I will either come to the party, or I will go early, sing, meet, greet, come back, be there, say, okay, invite till I can, but this is my motto, right? Also, over the years, I've learned to say that, if you love me, if you care for me, you will love who I am or what I love to. You will not force me to do something that is not me or that will not make me happy. If you're my really close friend, you will hear from me in the tomorrow morning going and running. It's not important to be happiness. So you will support me for that. And if you don't, then you're not my friend and I don't want to be your friend. Vision. So people might find it rude, but that's the reality. That, people accept you for who you are in home. So I think that's one part of it. And the other part of it is that, see, you got to plan. And I was talking to someone this morning and I said, the biggest challenge why we say that we can't do things, like someone posted on LinkedIn and I responded and said, why do we procrastinate? Why do we say, we have to do it, but we don't have time? And when kids go to college, we will do it. When they grow up, I will do it. We will, even for the smallest of the things, sometimes that it takes like so many days and you don't like that. Because I think we all believe that time is infinite. And then we don't really measure it without realizing that it is the only fact that is completely on your face measurable. You have 24 hours. You only have that many years to live. You're not going to live this eternity. So once you start measuring it, you will automatically try and also strategize it. You will value it and you will plan for it. We don't measure time and therefore we don't plan for it, and we just go with the flow in the wrong sense. Okay, we'll do it someday. That's why New Year resolutions are important. Why do you have that one day to decide? Why can't you decide today? What is wrong with October 30th versus January 1st? I have never understood it. So I just think that if we really think about that perspective, the time is tangible. There's only that much that is available. You will prioritize, you will plan, and therefore you'll be able to do as much. I also have a full-time job. I train for 3 hours every day. I love to cook, so I usually cook my own lunch. I absolutely love to cook, so I love to do all my cooking and whatever I can do. So I try and do that as well. I'm like any other woman.
So do you now to be a food part?
Not really. Now I have gotten used to it. Like I do, maybe once a year when I finish my race and on my break time, I do binge out a little bit. But other than that, I think I have lost that craving for, I've lost that taste.
Okay.
If I may say it. If you tell me that we're eating kachori samosa excites you, maybe in my mind it will, but I know that when I eat it, I feel so not out of place that I can hear.
So is it your first time in Indore?
No, I've been here before, but I'm going to pack, Indore poha and khichdi and go back to Delhi for tomorrow's breakfast. That is written. A friend of mine even sent me links to saying these are the places we have to order.
Because Indore is known mainly for its food.
Yes,
so you have to.
Yes,
I hope today is going to be that one particular day of your life that you can binge eat a little bit.
Of course, being in Indore, I can't not eat the food. Then I'm going to feel horrible about it.
So what's your feedback on the island you're in country?
I am extremely, I feel empowered coming here, seeing so many women who are passionately trying to get a perspective of trying to change. I think that's great. I think that's the first step. I'd like to give it to all of these women who are here, who have the attitude to come here and to feel empowered. Either by listening, picking up something new. I'm sure they're listening to so many of us. Somebody will go back and take something with them. I think that's a great power of empowerment. It's not just selling books and papers, but I think IMA is living by example by really bringing this whole, people together. So great job, Dad. I'm completely honored and happy to be here.
And before we finish, please, do you have any particular message for our viewers and especially women?
Yes, I just want to say two things for women is that you are important, and that is what you should always remember. Because we always think that I always think, you think that you come last, but then it should be you first. And if you are good, then everybody else is good. Like in airlines, they say that first wear your own mask and then give them to others. The same applies to us as men in our lives. So you are important, focus on yourself. And then if you set out on a dream, never give up. Because that's what who you are, and that's how you will become.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here today. I'm sure your inspiring journey and stories must have motivated a lot of people and our viewers also. So thank you again.
Thank you
so much. It was wonderful having you here.
Thank you so much.